Hello to you all. This is Oromia Broadcasting Network News, and I'm Thomas Kamulato. Now news in detail. IGAD, AU and United Nations have agreed to exert concrete efforts towards the consolidation of the peace process in South Sudan. We have the report. The Intergovernmental Authority for Development, African Union and the United Nations have agreed to exert concerted efforts towards the consolidation of the peace process in South Sudan. This was disclosed at the consultative meeting IGAD Chairperson Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn, AU Chairperson Moussa Faki Mohammed and the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres held in Finfinne City. Speaking at the consultative meeting held on the peace process in South Sudan, Hailemariam said the crisis in the country is becoming one of the most tragic humanitarian crises that has been sucking the energy and enthusiasm of the international community.
It is also becoming clear that such a somber situation, if not managed with wisdom, will have a spillover effect even far away from its borders, as the High Representative of the African Union say. For the sake of durable peace, the international community should continue to play an instrumental role, among others, in financing the implementation of the agreement, building the capacity of institutional and physical infrastructure. We need also to look beyond the high-level revitalization.
The deplorable violation of the agreement of cessation of the hostility amounts to not only a failure of complying with the spirit of article of the agreement, but also series of violation of international human rights and humanitarian laws, lack of political will from the conflicting parties, and the deteriorating situation of the country that has put millions of South Sudanese in very difficult situation are the major challenges to be faced in the next phases. AU Chairperson Moussa Faki Mohammed said the situation of the South Sudan is marked by the almost systematic violation of each and everyone.
We need concrete measures. Any other statement or speech can no longer convince. They cannot give relief to the people. We need to act. We need to use all the means that we have, all the measures that we can take to act and act as quickly as possible. I thank you.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres appreciated the achievements of the IGAD, both the revitalization process and the agreement of hostilities as remarkable.
We need to make sure not only that we are together, but that we bring all the countries of our organizations to be together in a common commitment. Now, the unity of action that is necessary in relation to our effectiveness in making this conflict end.
The Secretary General called on the neighboring countries to not consider the South Sudan situation a matter that should be left South Sudanese and continue concerted efforts in the beginning lasting peace. Head of OPIDO's Central Office with the rank of Regional Vice President, Dr. Abiy Ahmed said, creating job opportunity for youth should be given the attention. We have the report again. On the training that has been organized by the Oromia Urban Job Creation and Food Security Agency for its all-level structure, various governmental and NGOs were providing the training. Head of the Oromo People Democratic Organization Central Office with the rank of Regional Vice President Dr. Abiy Ahmed, while training the participants, said to solve any kind of problem, thinking critical is mandatory.
Rakkoon hunduu furmaata qaba. Furmaanni sun garuu ta'anii yaaduu, xiinxaluu.
For all problems, there is solution, but it needs discussion and critical thinking. You can also solve the problem through reading, updating yourself with technology, and setting strategies. Dr. Abiy added to work accordingly, prioritizing the human being is very decisive. We should give emphasis for human being. Our ultimate resource of the nation is human capital. So we have to invest more in building human. To bring the intended change in the country's overall development, it is decisive to change mental setup of the public is must. Dr. Abiy added, through giving equal chance for the citizens and participating them in the development endeavors of the nation. changing our environment situation is decisive. Therefore, to do this, your contribution is immense. You have to shape yourself in such a way. I hope if you exert your maximum effort in all aspects, we can register tremendous results in combating unemployment problem in our region. Director General of the Oromia Urban Job Creation and Food Security Agency, Alwaleed, for his part, noted that the agency has invested on the capacitating human being. We're working on attitudinal change to let the youth work and change their life. Some participants of the training witnessed that it helps them to bring the intended change in their respective areas. Lagatafo Lagadadi town administration announced that it's finalized the construction of 400 houses are ready to receive the displaced Oromos from Ethiopia and Somali region. Residents and investors of the town have constructed 1,000 houses with an outlay of 350 million to rehabilitate the displaced citizen. Welcome to the detail.
Residents and businessmen of Lagatafo Lagadadi town are constructing a residential house for the displaced Oromo citizens. I'm Galila Tlaun, a representative of Admin Real Estate. Our organization promised to construct 50 houses. From these, 40 houses are completed and the left was under construction. This is our responsibility as a citizen of this country. We all have to contribute our part to rehabilitate our displaced citizens, she said. Tashoma Bekele, the owner of driving license and technical and vocational education training, said, ready to construct residential house and help in all directions, including teaching them in his college.
I'm ready to receive 295 individuals from those displaced citizens. Then after, I have a TVT college. In that college, there are driving license training center, operator training, so that in these three angles, the individuals who fulfill the criteria will join my college, and I have training them by free.
In Lagatafo Lagadadi town, totally 1,000 houses are constructing in 3 different places. Desta Merga Lagatafo Lagadadi town administration land management head for Ispase, the land in which the construction underway comes from different investors who like to invest on the land.
The land is stay at least for 5 to 15 years without any service. They didn't keep their promise in this all time.
Lagatafo Lagadadi town administration also built temporary houses in the construction site to manage the construction quality. Mayor of Lagatafo Lagadadi town, Chaltusani Forhepa, said the town investors and businessmen are working different infrastructures for more than 350 million baht. From these, 400 houses are completed. We will complete it in this week. Different infrastructures are also constructing for them. The towns surrounding Finfinne doesn't seem the Oromo culture and identity, so that in making them the towns to seem Oromo and Oromia, this is the best chance, she said. In the town, totally 1,000 houses are constructing and 5,000 individuals will get the chance to have the residential houses.
You are watching Oben, Voice of the People. Now news from abroad. Prominent Saudi businessman Prince Alwaleed bin Talal has been released after more than 2 months of detention of allegation of corruption, according to family resources. Prince Alwaleed, who was arrested among the dozen of other royal family members, ministers and top businessmen, arrived in his residence in Riyadh on Saturday, the Reuters news agency reported. Hours earlier, in an exclusive interview with Reuters, he said he expected to be cleared of charge and released from custody within days. He and his counterpart were arrested in early November during his kingdom's anti-corruption purge and held correctively in the country's Ritz-Carlton Hotel. In his interview, Prince Alwaleed said he was counting to maintain his innocence of any corruption in talks with authorities. He also said he expected to remain in full control of his global investment stream without being required to give up rests to the government. Al Jazeera reported. Well, that's all for now. My thanks for joining us. Up next, I will join you with our weekly program, Peak of the Week. Stay tuned.